Hello everyone, this is your host Rocky speaking, and welcome to Golden Dragon Games. Now, without further ado, Barry, give intro. Hello everyone, and welcome to Series 2, Episode 2 of Golden Dragon Video Game News. In today's episode, we will be talking about all the new news and information from the February 2019 Pokemon Direct, which just happened a couple of hours ago. So, without further ado, let's start the video. Okay everyone, let's get on with the news. So, the Generation 8 games have officially been revealed, and my goodness me, they look fantastic. So, we have, first of all, for the first screen cap that should come up on screen in a minute, we have the logos and titles for the games being Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. When the names were first revealed for these games, I wasn't too sure what to think of the names, like, first impression, but looking back on the trailer, I think Pokemon Sword and Shield is, well, it's a good name. Like, I'm not 100% sure on the name, but I'm sure the names will grow on me over time. Anyway, next up, we will be taking a look at the region map, which should be on screen right now. So, I'm going to now read a little bit of the bio about the region from the Pokemon Sword and Shield website. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will be set in the Galar region, an expansive region with many environments. Something countryside, something cities, thick forests, and craggy snow-covered mountains. The people and Pokemon live together in this region, and they've worked together to develop the industries here. You visit the various gyms. Gyms are back in the Galar region, aiming for the something and admirable title of champion. Also, looking just from the map of the region and a bit of the description, I think it's safe to say that most likely the Galar region is based on the UK, like many rumours have said over the past couple of weeks. Okay, next up, we have our male and female protagonists for the game. So, unfortunately, I don't know their official names, as the Pokemon Sword and Shield website hasn't been live for very long, so that information will probably come sometime later. But anyway, also, as you can see, the art style and the graphics look fantastic. I'm not sure how long the Generation 8 games have been in development, but for however long they've been in development, it was definitely well worth it, because the game looks absolutely fantastic on the Nintendo Switch. So, next up, we have the starter Pokemon. First of all, we have Gronky, our grass-type starter, a mischievous chimp Pokemon that is full of boundless curiosity. Next up, we have Scorch Bunny, our fire-type starter, a rabbit Pokemon that is always running about, bursting with energy. And last but not least, we have our water-type starter, Sobby? I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, a somewhat timid water lizard Pokemon that shoots out attacks as it hides itself in the water. And I got to say, I'm going to have a really difficult time picking which starter that I want to have on my Pokemon team for either Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield, because I love all three of these starters. We've got a grass-type monkey, a fire rabbit, and a cute little water lizard. Honestly, I love the designs for all three of these starter Pokemon, and I can't wait to see what their next evolution and also their final evolutions are. Okay, next up, we're going to be taking a look at all the rest of the screen cap photos I got from the trailer of in-game footage and also a couple of CGI cutscenes. Okay, here's some of the screen caps of some of the in-game footage. So, in this part of the trailer, it was just showing the main characters, you know, wandering about the starting area of the region, one of them having a Pokemon battle with a trainer, and also, in the top left photo, you might be able to notice that there's sort of like shimmering bluish purple light lines, and that's because, officially, wild Pokemon battles have returned. There is no more of the go catching mechanic. Now, the only unfortunate thing is, I have not seen any footage in the trailer of wild Pokemon actually wandering about on the overworld, so we may also be back to random encounters and not just the traditional wild battles and the traditional method of catching Pokemon rather than the motion controlled go mechanics. But if they've had to sacrifice having Pokemon walking about on the overworld for whatever reason, that is fine with me. I am just glad that we have the traditional battle system back for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Anyway, in the next 4 photos, we can see in the top left what looks to be one of the gyms. I'm not 100% sure if it's a gym, but it definitely looks like a gym to me at least. And then the other 3 photos are just from the opening CG cutscene for the game of Route 1 from what it says on the sign in the top right photo, and also the starting village where our character lives. And then in the next 4 photos, we can see some more areas of the game, in-game screenshots this time, and not CG footage. We've got the starter home for our main character in the top left, and then in the top right, we got what looks to be probably one of the major cities. Also, in the back of that photo, there looks to be a clock tower, which looks strangely like Big Ben in London. So, I think we can definitely say that the Galar region is definitely based on the United Kingdom. Also, in another photo, we can see one of our main protagonists going through a snowy route on some snow-covered mountains. And then in the last photo for this batch of 4 photos, we see one of the trainers inside of one of the buildings with a Munchlax. And again, I must say, the in-game graphics and art style are fantastic. Okay, moving on to the next 4 screen caps that I took of the trailer. So, as we can see, we have an underground area with a minecart track, and also, as we have an underground, I'm hoping that sort of, I'm not sure if you would call it a mini game, but back in Diamond Pearl and Platinum, you could go underground and you could dig for items and also fossils. So I hope that feature returns for these games. Also, in the next screenshot, we can see the trainer overlooking some fields that look to have some crop circles of possibly what I think could be the mythical Pokemon Meltan. I'm not 100% sure, but those are definitely crop circles. Anyway, in the next screenshot, we see some sort of football Pokemon arena, and we have a Lucario, possibly a Pokemon battle from what I remember from the trailer. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that one. Anyway, in the last of the 4 screenshots I have, we see another new town, which is most likely more towards the north, as it does look like it's snowing, and it looks like there's snow on some of the roofs of the building as well. Also, I'm hoping, as it looks like it's snowing in that particular screenshot in that part of the game in that town, I'm hoping that we either have some sort of dynamic weather system, or we have like the changing of seasons feature like we did back in Pokemon Black and White, and also I think the changing of seasons thing was also in Black and White 2 and possibly Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I can't remember, so don't quote me on that one. Anyway, that is actually all the screenshots from in-game I have, because even though it was a short trailer, it showed a lot from what I could see. Like, it didn't show, like, all the different areas, but still, I couldn't take screenshots of everything. So, we move on to the release dates of the games now. So, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will officially release worldwide later in 2019. So, unfortunately, no release month and no actual release day, but at least we know that it's definitely coming this year. Also, if I had to guess the actual release month, I'm guessing probably November time, like past Pokemon games, or if not November, then maybe even December, but I think it's most likely probably going to be late or mid-November, like other Pokemon games in the past, like I just said. But anyway, that is all the Pokemon Generation 8 news we have for now. Also, before we outro the video, just like I said earlier, I'm guessing the games will come out in November. I've also got another guess. I'm guessing that either both of the box art legendaries, or just another legendary in-game, or mythical Pokemon will be based on a wolf. Now, the reason why I say that is because both the Pokemon Sword and the Pokemon Shield logos both have wolf faces on them. So that is my only other guess when it comes to Pokemon Sword and Shield. And hopefully I'm right. It would be cool to have a wolf legendary or a wolf mythical Pokemon. Or I could still definitely be wrong, like the wolf faces on both the logos for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield could just be purely a design choice, and we might not get legendaries or mythical Pokemon based on a wolf, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see for when we get more Pokemon Generation 8 news. Anyway, now it's time for me to outro today's video. Okay, now it's time for me to outro today's video. So, thank you everyone so much for watching today's video. I hope you all have enjoyed today's video. Please feel free to leave a like, favorite, share, comment. Also, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. My social media links are linked in the description of the video. And remember, until next time, stay golden, stay frosty, and bye-see!